Why don't you just go ahead and get old and die?
The Cuervo Gold. I like shooting them aliens.
Happy Holocaust Memorial Day! Remembrance Day!
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
Like, no one made you put them in this order.
I know, but like that's how I do the tracks. Your track is the Nathan. It goes clips, then the theme song,
Okay.
then you,
Yeah.
then me, then the end song,
Right.
and then a master fader kind of thing.
Okay.
Master bus technically is what it is for the. If there are any audio nerds listening.
You're in control, though.
Yeah, I'm in control.
So if you want your track to be above my track.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Okay. Well, if you want your headphones, or like you can just move things about all you want.
I know,
it's
but
your equipment.
I know. But the thing is I'm putting myself second because the genesis of this show.
Yeah.
Like I don't think this show wouldn't exist. Our whole podcasting empire,
The whole thing
wouldn't exist without the interconnection of you and I.
Yes.
And I always felt like, from the beginning, I felt like you were the funny one, and I was just gonna say things. And I know I'm.
You were gonna just say things.
I know I'm strange. Like
Wait, so
I'm
so our plan for the podcast, was one of us would be funny, and the other one's just gonna say things,
right? And
well, like anything.
But the thing is I have a place I can go in my brain.
It is a special place.
It's a place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I've experienced thoughts from this place.
And I mean, like, I used to, so this came up recently. I used to, like, people would tell me I was weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you are.
Thank you.
It's not a bad thing.
No, I appreciate that. For me, being told I was weird, except for when my feelings were, those, we all have those days where your feelings can get hurt. Mm-hmm. Those days I don't want to be told I'm weird. Like my kid telling me I'm weird lately is not, that makes me want to cry.
Well, but that's a different, we do need to differentiate.
You're weird, Dad.
Being told you're weird as like a factual statement versus child, you're weird. Yeah. Child, you're weird it's synonymous with, hey, old fart. Yeah. You don't know what's going on.
Right.
Why don't you just go ahead and get old and die?
They're so socially conscious children. Yeah. They're I mean, we all were. That's just how you are as a child. You're trying to survive.
That's true.
But no, so I've moved past this period where so people always told me I was weird. And then I got it in my head that I was like trying to be weird, and there were when I was a teenager, I was definitely trying. Oh yeah, to be weird. We were all trying.
College age? Were you trying to be weird in college?
Early on, and then it started to clear up. I think I wanted to get laid.
This is my argument for why we shouldn't call people who are 19 adults. Right. Every 19-year-old is doing some weird cosplay of what they think adults are.
That's true.
Like they don't know. Yeah. But you have the one 19-year-old that's like, I'm gonna wear a suit all the time. Right. Okay, that's not what adults do. Get out of here.
They only do that because they have to.
Right. Yeah. And then you have the other one who's like, well, I'm gonna be a cool adult. Right. No, you're not. Go away. Yeah.
Go figure your shit out and come back.
We'll talk to you when you're 24.
Yeah. when it's settled in a bit. Mm-hmm. But anyway, now at this point, I'm like, I think, like, I'm not trying to be weird anymore. I just kind of am.
It's just your natural weirdness.
And it's not like it's not a ploy for attention. It's just how, I don't know, it's just how my brain is.
If you actually wanted to have a ploy for attention, you would start behaving like ultra normal.
Oh, like really straight-laced?
Yeah. Yeah. Like you wear a lot of sweaters and khakis.
I was going to say cardigans, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I shine my shoes nightly.
Right.
Yeah.
Just if you started doing that, I guarantee you, your family would be concerned.
Yeah, you're right. That wouldn't seem on brand.
He went and bought a bunch of skincare products. I don't understand.
He's golfing suddenly.
What? I don't know what a 3-wood is, Dad. Ugh. You're so weird.
Yeah, see, still weird. Still weird to the kids. What were we talking about, though? We were the genesis of
the genesis of the podcast and why your track is below mine.
Yes, that's right. Yes, thank you. I felt like there was something else in there
we talked about a lot. We started to talk about a lot of things before you hit record.
That's right.
And each time I shut that down.
You shut that shit down
because we have to record a podcast. We need content.
We do. We're recording this on January 27th. The news of the day is I don't think we're going to have a land war with Russia, so that's good.
Are we going to have a sky war?
I mean, maybe. There's always
space war,
virtual war. Space war.
So we all made fun of Donald Trump
for the space
force.
Space force.
But if Russia started a space war with us, we would all have to take a second and be like, well, crap.
Yeah. Shit. Well,
was he actually right? Did he get something right?
If he got anything right in his whole thing, I think it was Space Force.
Yeah.
And I love that it's called Space Force.
Yeah. That's actually the best part of the whole thing. It's they looked at Air Force.
Yeah.
And they went, yeah, it's like Air Force, but in space. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even close to having a vehicle that could, like, zippity-doo-dah around in space and blow shit up.
No. Really, at this point, all we have is Jeff Bezos and his penis rocket with finger guns going pew, 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 pew at anything he sees. Like, that's all we got.
For some reason, being piloted by... Bezos would be... I feel like co-pilot of that would be... Man, I'm not going to remember his name. He was in The Fly.
Oh, Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum. Thank you.
Do you think in Bezos' rocket they have... Because it feels like this is a thing that would happen.
Yeah.
Bezos would want to pilot his little penis rocket. Mm. And, I mean, he's, the billionaire that funded the penis rocket.
Right.
So it's hard to tell him no, but also, like, you don't want to die because he's piloting it. Do you think they have, like, a decoy steering wheel like you give kids?
It's fake.
Yeah. He's just over there going, ooh, I'm turning it. Ooh.
It's squeaky in the middle.
Beep, beep, going to space. Ooh. Did you see how big my rocket is?
Yeah.
I'm average.
I like that. Oh, we were going to talk about the Neil Young Spotify Rogan thing.
Yeah. So, okay. So Neil Young's pulling his music off because Joe Rogan is passing misinformation
about COVID vaccines, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So Neil Young, just off Spotify. He basically told Spotify, since Rogan is exclusive to Spotify, he told them if it's either me or Rogan. And I don't know that they said it's Rogan, but he.
I mean I will say, if you're Spotify, business wise, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Not defending Rogan. I don't.
No.
I side with Neil Young on this.
Me too. I think it's actually pretty awesome.
But like. Maybe Neil Young in, like, late 70s versus Joe Rogan. It would have been more of a toss-up.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's still, but yeah, I mean, it's not, I guess he's not.
Most Neil Young fans probably aren't listening to Neil Young on Spotify.
That's true. They probably own his music in multiple formats, including, what was that thing he had? The Ponyo? Whatever?
Yeah. They want the high fidelity.
Yeah.
They don't want Spotify's terrible
bit rate compression bullshit. Yeah.
Which I've always found that funny that was Neil Young's big thing, because I feel like if there's one artist that you don't need to have super hi-fi lossless versions of, it's Neil Young.
Yeah, you really don't. A lot of
all the artists.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of his stuff is kind of recorded sort of rough and ready.
Yeah.
So,
like if it had been like the members of Pink Floyd,
I could see that. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Those are hi-fi guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Neil Young, I mean,
some of it's not lo-fi, but it's like, it's kind of folky and loose. And I mean, certain things sound really good. Like I think Harvest sounds really good, but like others of his records are just like,
just of all the people.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be the same reaction I would have to like Bob Dylan doing it.
Right, yeah, Bob Dylan records don't need to be listened to.
You don't need your voice to be more clear for people.
No. No.
No one asked for that.
Said the diehard Dylan fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
you don't.
True. Yeah. Well, it would be like a Steely Dan. Like Steely Dan would... Because they are the ultimate band of, like, fidelity.
Yeah.
Like, audio people reference their records as, like, triumphs of crystal clear studio production.
And they're the only people who triumph their records. That's not... I don't know why I'm taking shots at Steely Dan.
I do like the singles. I will say that.
I honestly don't know that I've ever even listened to enough to say I don't like Steely Dan.
Yeah. The records might be a little exhausting to you, knowing you.
Probably.
Yeah. Like
it does feel like it's trying really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is not the aesthetic that tends to appeal to you, my friend.
No.
You're not a prog guy.
No.
Yeah, not that they're prog, but they're kind of in that vein.
Rush, that would be a good high fidelity band.
Rush.
They would want high fidelity.
I feel the same way about Rush. I like the singles.
Yeah.
Like, I like Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer is fine.
Like, Kiss My Ass. I like Tom Sawyer. Yeah. And Steely Dan, I like The Cuervo Gold. Yeah.
Is it not cool to say you like Tom Sawyer?
It's not cool to say you like Rush.
Well, I guess that's true.
Yeah, it's not cool. No.
Was it ever cool?
No, I mean, I'm sure they're a Canadian band. I'm sure there was a slice of Canadians who thought it was really cool.
I remember watching Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
the drummer.
Yeah. What is his name? Jason
Biggs? No, wrong Jason. Not Schwartzman.
It starts with, anyway.
Jason Segel.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, boy.
Is super into Rush.
Right.
But even on that show, everyone looks at him like he's a freak for being that into Rush.
That's true. And I remember an episode of Freaks and Geeks where he auditions for a band and he can't play
it's painful.
Fast enough.
Oh, it's a painful episode.
Yeah, I remember that one. He's like, he's got chops, but like he can't, like they're playing like up tempo.
Yeah. It's like a blues grooving.
Yeah.
Like they keep getting faster and faster.
Yeah. And he can't keep up.
No.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough set.
That show is painful all the way around.
What were you going to say about tonight?
So after this, we're going to...
Game Terminal.
Yeah.
You can find us there. We're not there now.
Right.
When you're listening.
Hopefully we're not still there.
Fuck you.
If we're still there, something very bad happened.
We got like Akira'd into the game machines.
Go find the Journey arcade game, and I'm probably in there going, let me out.
Let me out.
You need to look at that while we're there, by the way.
The Journey one? Okay, cool.
The band Journey.
Arcade game. Not pinball.
No, arcade
that's awesome.
game.
That's so much more awesomer.
It's so terrible and so amazing.
My favorite game is Area 51. I like shooting them aliens.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, like, we agreed to do this.
Yes.
And then we're both old. And we feel old.
And tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
And so, before I came here, like, I agreed to go, and I was like, this will be fun yesterday.
Right. Today.
And today, I was sitting at home before I came over here going, all right, how long do I need to be there?
Yeah.
To not be considered completely lame?
Yeah.
But just like sort of lame.
I'm thinking an hour. I mean,
that seems fair.
We can go together because we're on the same page. Mm-hmm. That we can carpool because I'm right there.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah.
But I'm just like sleepy.
Right. It's been a weird week. Like, I'm in a weird headspace all week. I don't know what's going on.
That was last week for me.
Yeah.
This week is better, but yeah, Just like you feel like you have like a mental block or something?
Yeah, like I've been spacey.
Okay.
I've been all sorts of stuff. What is happening above us?
Fucking dog Holocaust up there. Oh, it's Holocaust Remembrance Day. Sorry about that.
That's very insensitive.
Probably in my brain because it's Holocaust Remembrance Day today. Excuse me.
Which is worse, that you made a Holocaust reference on Holocaust Remembrance Day?
It's pretty bad.
Or that I had no idea it was Holocaust Remembrance Day?
Me, because you can claim ignorance.
But I feel like you're supposed to know that. It is a whole day about remembering the Holocaust.
That's true.
And I forgot to remember the Holocaust.
To be fair, the only reason I knew is because I happened to switch on the radio this morning instead of like a CD.
And you switched on the radio, and on NPR they were going,
That's right.
Happy Holocaust Memorial Day!
Remembrance.
Remembrance Day!
Yeah, well... Yeah.
Remember your favorite Holocausts all day long!
Oh, it's like you're selling those like 60s soul CDs at night. All the hits! In 2 volumes, only 5 payments of $29.99. Call now and get another copy free. We'll also throw in full kits of 1962.
Don't you want all the greatest human atrocities?
Here you
Enjoy.
go. I don't know why. I've been watching Antenna TV more.
Yeah.
The Flip Wilson show is not on, but there are people like hawking. Is that the right word? Hawking this Flip Wilson show DVDs that are $100, I think.
Okay, so as a kid, I watched the Flip Wilson show.
Okay.
And it's funny.
It's not
you get
bad,
some
right?
chuckles.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone on the planet.
Anyone.
Regardless of age, race, creed, anything.
Right.
That would pay over $20 for a collection of Flip Wilson DVDs.
I mean, I feel like they should just give them to you. Like, you pay for the DVD, and we'll burn it for you and send it over.
If they had the entire run of the show, for $20, I probably still wouldn't.
The calculus on that is I don't want that in my house, like taking up space.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah,
maybe 10.
I mean, it's going to be like 2.5 inches wide.
If I went to Goodwill,
that's fair.
And they had the entire run of the Flip Wilson show for a Goodwill price.
Yes,
I might think about getting it.
Like we're talking like $5.
Yeah. And this is not any indictment of Flip Wilson.
No, it's just not something you want.
No, I don't care.
It's because those kinds of shows, I mean, maybe Johnny Carson people go back to.
They don't age all that well.
They don't age well. They're very of their time.
Yeah. Everyone always talks about the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever watched the Carol Burnett show?
Yes, I have. Yes. Yeah. Like, it was fucking hilarious for the time, but now it's just...
It does not...
No.
It does not hold up.
Comedy doth not translate over time. It's just...
There are a few that last, but, I mean, you start thinking about, like, 70s sitcoms.
Oh, God.
They're painful.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Laverne and Shirley, that was a huge hit.
Yeah.
I can't watch an episode of Laverne and Shirley.
Progressive for its time, I believe.
Yeah. Well, and that's part of it is a lot of them have this was an important show because it was so progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've progressed past that point now, so I don't fully appreciate that aspect of it anymore.
Exactly. I think if you watch those, like, especially the late night shows and stuff, the older ones, I think you do it out of pure nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I not that I go back and watch, like, full episodes of Letterman or something, but, like, or Conan. Those are the two I always liked. I never liked Jay Leno, but...
No one liked J-Lo.
Right? But usually I seek them out for the musical performances, because, like, I don't know, it's just cool to see a band you like in their prime,
Yeah. It's kind of funny because now, so David Letterman, his show started early 80s.
Right.
Like 81, 82, something like that.
That seems right, yeah.
And now everyone loves David Letterman.
Yes.
But they kind of forget that, like, his whole career, he was kind of just an asshole to people.
Oh, yeah.
That was his whole thing.
That was his whole shtick.
I was talking about the other day, the interview with I think it was Paris Hilton.
Okay, yeah.
She had just gotten out of prison for a DUI. Do you remember that spell where all of the little starlets were going to jail for 20 days and then it really turned into like 8 hours because of early release?
Yeah, because they all had like an assload of money.
Yeah. But Paris Hilton, I think, got like a whole week before they let her out. And so she came on, and clearly her publicist had said, we don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because all he did was talk about that the whole time. And
of course he did.
It's stuff that now, like if he were on the air now, there would be people going, wow, look at the misogyny here.
Right.
Like, I don't think it's misogyny. I think he's just a jerk to people for fun.
He just likes fucking with people.
It's what he liked to do.
It's what he likes to prod. No, I don't think it's misogyny either. I don't. But yeah, no. That period,
that was a weird pop culture period.
It was good. It was. I think it was like, I mean, I don't know if he had fuck you money, but he probably was getting there.
Oh, he
after
had
a few
to be
years
close.
Yeah.
I mean, he had enough money that he could have done whatever he wanted, and CBS wasn't going to reprimand him.
Right. I mean, by the time she would have been on that, what was that show she had? It was like, God, we used to watch it sometimes on Fox.
The one with Nicole Richie.
Yeah, the one with Nicole Richie. It was called like
Rich Girls Milk a Cow.
Yeah,
that was the
like
name of the show.
Home something or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, that show was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was right there at the beginning of, we have a reality show. Also, we have a team of writers. Don't ask us why.
Yeah, that's right. We need to come up with situations.
Don't worry about it. It's reality.
Yeah.
So
wouldn't it be great if we? Yeah. Wouldn't it be great?
It's really weird to think about the fact that the real world is actually a pure show compared to most of those.
And that was the pioneering reality show.
Yeah. Like it actually was a reality show.
Yeah.
And then it somehow turned into a world where Duck Dynasty existed.
Yes, it's a strange world. It's a strange world. Well, I know from listening to certain podcasts that like comic book men, like they were totally writing involved in that, it's like, and they set up the Pawn Stars thing, they set up the transactions like way ahead.
Yeah, imagine if you had, take Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
Same people.
Right.
But they don't set up what the transactions are.
Yeah.
And so every episode, like maybe 1 out of 10 episodes, there's something interesting, but every other episode is, this is my dad's wedding ring.
Yeah.
He died, but this was his wedding ring.
I need
money. How much money do it?
Yeah.
400. Okay.
Thank you.
And that's the whole show.
That's the whole thing.
You have 2 weeks to come get it back. Okay, I'm not going to.
Bye. Taking my money. Taking my money now. I'm going to go buy cocaine.
Yeah. That would be every episode.
It's really
just a bunch of people trying to get money to pay their gambling debts.
Yeah. I mean, I have a buddy that owns a pawn shop. And he could vouch for that.
Yeah.
They get interesting things in sometimes, but a lot of it's,
A lot of it is, I have this 2014 Fender Squier guitar.
$50.
That's every other transaction.
Yeah, no kidding.
That show would not last very long.
No, it would be a very boring show, actually.
Or people would love it, and it would last forever.
I don't know. Maybe.
It would become one of those weird, relaxing shows for people.
Yeah.
They just love to watch people in desperate situations selling their worldly possessions to Pawn Stars.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. I was having a conversation about reality TV the other day with some people, and I believe it was actually Cops was the first reality show.
Oh, that's like real reality.
Yeah. And I think they said it was put together by like the policemen's union or something, or like by the police stations.
Interesting.
Like they they would use it. I think they were using it as like a deterrent, because when that aired, if you were doing Albuquerque, right, and you live in Albuquerque and you're a scumbag, and
if you live in Albuquerque,
you're a scumbag.
It's like a 50% chance you're a scumbag.
But yeah, so like I want to say that's right. Like they were just showing like what they would do to you.
And it turned into a thing that aired for like 20 years.
Fucking A, like I'm sure it's still on somewhere. Like
I don't know, because at some point that live PD show was on.
I don't know.
It was essentially Cops but live.
Okay.
The only reason I know about it is during all the Black Lives Matter protest. They ended up having to pull it off the air.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good riddance.
Yeah, seriously.
If nothing else, Black Lives Matter got that off the TV.
Well, so. You know what? That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, 30 cop propaganda off.
33 seasons of Cops.
Good.
1,109 episodes.
Okay, now how much, if you were on a late night infomercial and they were selling the run of Cops, how much would you expect that to go for?
Oh my God, I don't even know, man.
They'll throw in the full Flip Wilson show. They have a lot of those left over.
I have no idea. That's crazy. Apparently it was dubbed in Spanish for post-2000 episodes. One of the longest running television shows in the United States.
That had to be like a pure propaganda push, right?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Oh, okay. It was moved over to Spike TV in 2013.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's where you would want to see Spike. Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow. It had no union writers. There you go. That's it. That's it. Good God, there's a lot of information on this show.
Which do you think was more effective propaganda for Cops?
Okay.
Cops, not the people, the TV
television show.
The television program Cops, or any of those CBS shows.
Oh, like
any of them. There's I mean, they have like 5 medical shows, and all the rest are cop shows.
That's true. CBS. What is their thing? We Know Drama? No, that's something else.
CBS.
TNT.
All lives matter. That's CBS's motto.
Oh boy. Probably
CBS is gonna get real mad at me.
We're never getting on Paramount Plus.
Oh no,
Nathan.
Oh no.
No, it's got to be like the CSI type shows.
Yes.
Because that's a fan. I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've met who are like, that would be so awesome.
Yeah.
To be a forensic investigator.
You know what? It wouldn't.
No, it would suck.
It's first off, 90% of the technology. Yeah. That's not a thing.
Right. That's a very good point.
They don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't go, oh, we found a fingerprint. Let's run it through the database. There's the perfect match of the fingerprint. We've solved it.
That would be one. 2, you got to imagine it's horribly tedious most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
And if you're doing the CSI stuff.
Yeah.
Maggots.
Yeah, it's fucking gruesome.
There's a lot of stuff involving maggots in that job.
I feel like there's a lot of maggots and putting maggots in blenders and things like that.
What should we do with these maggots today?
Oh, keep those maggots away from those maggots.
Those maggots are my lunch.
Oh, God. Just had a Lost Boys flashback.
I would be scared of the person who became a cop because they loved CSI.
Jesus, I don't know. I mean,
I'm sure there are a lot of them.
Going through with it, yeah. I mean, the disillusionment would be something when you realize that most of what you're doing is probably paperwork, I assume. And looking through, I mean, I'm sure you're looking through microscopes sometimes.
Probably to confirm that the paperwork
was filled out
was
correctly.
Accurate. That they got the correct information in there. That's right.
There were 3, I think, cars robbed at the building across the street from where I work. Like two-ish weeks ago.
Where were you?
Well,
that happened, sir.
I was sort of.
What's your alibi?
I was inside.
Okay.
Of where I work.
Were the security cameras on?
The security cameras were on, and I probably should have been looking at them, but I wasn't at the opportune time.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was like, well, and then I ended up talking to the police, and they were like, "Do you have a security camera?" I was like, "Yeah." I didn't see anything, and we'll take your information, and maybe a detective will call.
And then they hit you with a billy club
A couple of times. Yeah.
That's just how they punctuate sentences.
What's with the mustaches and cops?
I don't know. Do they both have mustaches?
I only talked to one guy.
Okay, and he had a mustache.
Yeah, but he was probably 10 years younger than me, and just real fresh-faced except for the mustache.
That's always the weird one.
Yeah.
When it's like the 23-year-old cop that has a huge 54-year-old man's mustache.
That's right. Like a fully developed, like...
Does your dad know you borrowed that before you came to work?
Yeah, I don't even know how they do it. I don't know if there's like a meditation technique you do to make it grow or something.
I'll check the call map for you and let you know.
Thank you. My meditation grow.
Guided mustache meditations.
Oh, that's a title.
I don't understand. I think if I were a cop, I'd be frowned upon by all the other cops because they'd all be wanting to grow mustaches, and I would go, no, I don't want a mustache. You all have mustaches. I don't want one now.
Yeah. I just want to know what it is. And I feel like firefighters do it too sometimes.
Do you not get your pension if you didn't have a mustache?
You're required for a certain... It's like student loans. You have to make 100 qualifying mustache payments until...
7 years of mustaches.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then you're clear.
Yeah.
So
then you're all right.
I don't... Firefighters, it's even weirder.
Sometimes they do the handlebar thing, don't they? They do like the full, like this thing.
The thing about that, though, is they're running into fire.
Yeah.
You would think you'd want...
No facial hair.
Yeah, a lot less hair to singe.
Like shave your head, shave your face, I don't know, your back, all of the parts.
So, we have all the cop shows. They're propaganda for the cops.
Right.
And then they try to do firefighter shows every so often.
Yeah. Like Rescue Me.
Yeah, but they're never, like, making it look like being a firefighter is awesome. Do so many people want to be firefighters that they have to do the opposit of the cops?
Like they're downplaying it?
Yeah,
like please.
It's pretty terrible. Yeah. You guys don't want to...
Forget.
The pole is way too slippery.
Yeah.
Our chili's not as good as everyone says.
We're mean, and there are not subs all the time.
That's the only explanation.
The thing that would discourage me from being a firefighter is the hyper masculine environment.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Like I would look like such a wuss compared to those guys.
Oh, it's over the top, but also at the same time, like I know literally any firefighter in the country could beat the crap out of me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I can't even say it's wrong.
Including the female firefighters.
Yeah, no, literally any firefighter.
Yeah.
So I can't even say they're wrong to behave that way.
No.
Because they can back it up.
They're badasses. Yeah.
The cops, I don't think are as tough. I think firefighters could beat cops.
I think so too. Now, I'm not going to argue about who has a tougher job.
No, this has nothing to do with
both
job
awful
toughness.
Jobs. But like in terms of like
physical
getting the shit beat out of you.
Yeah, I feel like a firefighter could take.
They don't do it as often.
That's a reality show.
Yeah.
I want a series of physical competitions leading up to the ultimate prize fight between a firefighter and a cop.
Oh my God.
To decide who is the ultimate hero.
America might not make it through.
It can be called America's Finest.
Ooh, that's really good.
And whoever wins,
good.
Then we know, okay, well, firefighters are tougher than cops.
Yeah, done.
Or that cop got lucky because he sucker punched that firefighter.
You put an EMT in the mix and they just jab you with like trazodone.
Oh, the
knock
EMT.
You out.
I could probably fight an EMT. I don't feel scared of an EMT.
Yeah, me neither.
I want an EMT around.
Yeah, definitely.
But like if there's a physical confrontation, they're backing away. I've known EMTs. So. I don't feel like they would. I don't feel like it would go well. No, I think that would be like a 12-week.
I like it.
Season.
Yeah.
The firefighters compete against one another to decide who is the ultimate firefighter.
It's a Highlander scenario.
Right.
Right.
And then at the end, the two fight MMA style.
I like it.
MMA and props are welcome.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we have to have like the firefighter gets to have like a fire extinguisher or a hose.
Okay, well, we do have to limit it because the firefighter has a lot of tools for fighting fire.
Right.
Hence the name.
Yes. Cops just have
the guns. Cops have weapons.
Yeah. They get a stack of vapors and a filing cabinet.
Right. They can have that. Maybe a club.
Yeah.
Because you can dodge a club. Guns are definitely off the table.
Yeah.
And cops have a lot of those.
Yeah.
Also, you can't wear all your protective
gear. No Kevlar vests.
No. This goes for the firefighters, too.
Yeah. I mean, imagine the calendars we could sell.
Oh, man.
Come on. Yeah, cops don't get that either. There's no, like, cop. It's always the firefighters that are the sexy ones, right?
That's true. What? No, I've never heard of a sexy cop calendar. I'm sure there are cop strippers.
Absolutely, yeah.
The firefighter calendars, though.
Famous.
Yeah. Everyone knows the firefighter calendars.
Yeah.
And, you look at them and go, well, that's not safe. You need to cover up your nipples before you go into that fire, sir.
That's right. They always have, like, the no shirt with the overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
like, that's not...
No.
Your chief is going to be mad.
Oh, boy.
But they also have no body hair, and you know why? They singed it all off because they were running into the fire shirtless. So it's what they call a fireman's wax.
Well, I like that. That's good. That's good. The hair is just melted to their flesh.
Yeah, you just run through a wall of flames.
Yes.
Shirtless.
Yeah.
Smooth like a baby.
Wow. No disrespect to our first responders here.
Mm-hmm.
But this does sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that we've insulted first responders, I'm going to move. I've had the same debate with like the military.
Oh, okay. No, it's something, disclaimer, something we know nothing about.
Well, no, I know enough about this.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so like if you took all of the branches of the military, first off, we're going to take Space Force out.
Yeah.
Because they're just a bunch of nerds. Get rid of them. They don't do anything. They're just hanging out in Jeff Bezos' penis rocket and doing their thing. So they're off the table.
Yeah.
And so really, I mean, the fight's between the Navy, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines.
Right.
Air Force is out first out there.
Coast Guard's not in
Coast Guard doesn't count.
Okay, Coast Guard doesn't count. Right.
No, Coast Guard is a branch of the military, but
it doesn't get recognized.
Do you remember all of the stories about the Coast Guard landing in Normandy?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the Coast Guard has done something, but I don't know what.
I'm not familiar. Okay, so Air Force, the ones that have football teams.
Right.
Air Force, Army.
Oh, I bet there's a Coast Guard football team, but it's just like 3 guys playing pickup football on a beach.
They have a volleyball team.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And even the Air Force is better at volleyball than them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They watched Top Gun and went, oh, damn it. Oh, I knew we should have recruited Tom Cruise. So Coast Guard's gone.
Coast Guard's gone.
Air Force would lose.
Yeah.
To the other 3.
Oh.
I don't know why. I just feel like Air Force is wimpier than the other 3.
I feel like they do a lot of sitting.
That does seem like a thing they would do.
Yeah.
So then you got the Navy, the Army, and the Marines.
Yes.
I feel like the Marines are the toughest, but I don't know why.
I do too. I always heard their basic training was harder than the others.
That's what I assume it is.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I assume it, and I don't know why.
I mean, every guy that I knew, and I knew a fair number of guys back home, right?
Yeah.
Who ended up going into the military. And the guys that went into the Marines,
yeah,
they always have the photo after you're done with basic training, and they looked like different people.
Okay.
Head shaved to the scalp. They had lost 30, 40 pounds, but they were sinewy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They
could be on a fireman calendar?
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
They were a bit gaunt, but like in a dangerous sort of way. The Army people looked more or less the same.
Yeah.
But just, toned.
I have a cousin who went to the Army.
Yeah.
He lost weight.
Of course. Yeah.
He was there for a couple years.
Yeah.
Came back thinner.
Sure.
Well, he would not be on a fireman calendar.
Something about I think it's all our cultural perceptions. I mean, you got like Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
That's a Marine thing. Forrest Gump.
See, I feel like Navy is sneaky tough, though.
Oh, I think so. Well, they got the SEALs.
Well, I guess that's true. The SEALs could fight the Marines.
There we go. Now the SEALs are going to be crafty.
Second season of America's Fights.
This is a good idea.
Are the Marines and the SEALs?
Yeah.
Again, same setup, and then they fight MMA style at the end. This time,
I like it.
Because they're on even playing fields. Ooh. All weapons are allowed.
Do you think we could get this? Do you think we can make this happen, like on like a Navy vessel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how cool those drone shots would be? Just can you imagine? Like
that would be pretty sweet.
It'd be like a real Mortal Kombat situation.
It's a shame that Spike TV doesn't exist anymore because they would greenlight they'd give us a 3-season deal immediately
right now. Pitching ideas left and right.
Yeah, so it would be the Navy SEALs and the Marines.
Yeah,
and then the Coast Guard the whole time is just off to the side going, "We want to play too, guys." And they keep assuring them that they don't want to play.
Right.
And so then one of them just chokes out one of the Coast Guard guys, and then they move on with their business.
I like it. This is good. It's a plot point.
Yeah.
Season, it's a good. You got to up the ante in season 2 a little bit.
And then that becomes a recurring thing in all future seasons. Whoever can choke out the Coast Guard guy gets to move on to the final.
Coast Guard just seems like a lot of driving things.
Yeah.
Helicopters, boats. Rappelling off cables.
Hey, don't go out there.
Yeah.
The water's dangerous today.
I'm going to save you later.
I'm a super lifeguard. That's what it feels like if they're Coast Guard. I'm sure they do more.
I'm sure they do a lot
I don't know
more.
what.
You're not really, this is all going to tape, Nathan. We want to keep the producers happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. America's Fun. It's a great name.
Yeah.
It's a really good name.
Oh, all of it's one of the best ideas I've ever had.
I think so.
But yeah, Spike TV doesn't exist anymore.
That's a fucking bummer because
there's got to be. Is there another testosterone fueled network that needs programming?
There are these satellite networks. I mean, not satellite. There are these antenna networks. There's like Charge. There's one called Ace TV.
It needs to be a network that sounds like it's named after an energy drink, or the energy drink is named after the network. You're not sure. You're not sure it's a chicken egg situation. You don't know where it came from. They would sign off on this immediately.
Oh wow! Well, then you got to
and they'd call me bra a lot.
Hey, bra. Then you got to get like an Army Ranger. Versus
crap, I didn't even think about the Rangers.
Yeah, you got the Rangers in there. It's like you got to do a Ranger versus SEAL. I mean, that's a matchup made for television right there. Yeah. And then I feel like the Marines are just like, no, fuck you, we're all tough.
Yeah.
Like we don't have special.
Yeah, I don't know any special title for the Marines.
Yeah, I don't either. Just like
it's just Marine.
Yeah, I'm a Marine, so I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Well, Air Force is in the air and Navy's in the sea. Where are you? We're the Marines. We're wherever we want to be.
Right. Isn't the thing with them? And see, this is where my ignorance comes in. Isn't the thing with them that they're like the first ones?
I think I have no idea.
Because Marine means like sea, right?
Yeah.
So I think, don't they hitch a ride with the Navy and then they invade?
They're like a combo Army and Navy.
I don't think they have their own boats.
They're like
shit.
the Kentucky Fried Chicken Taco Bell combo of military.
They're the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
You need something done, you call the Marines.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
You might not be pretty, but they'll get it done.
And if you don't need a lot done, you call the Coast Guard. Because they're fully prepared. They've been training their whole lives to not do a lot.
This from two guys who were like contemplating how many Pac-Man games this arcade has that we're going to.
Three. It's at least 3.
Like, that's our major concern of the evening is like, oh man, am I going to be able to play Pac-Man?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm aware that a Coast Guard guy could beat me up.
Oh, of course.
And I'm also aware that I probably deserve at this point to be beaten up by a Coast Guard.
I think you do. I think it's fair to say at this point.
But I don't know. I do also feel like the Coast Guard, and this is also not a fair judgment, but it's in their favor.
Yeah.
Is probably the chillest of the military branches.
Oh, the Coast Guard? For sure. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's like Space Force is chiller now.
Yeah, here we go.
Because the Space Force doesn't have any actual duties.
Right. Hey, figure out how to fight in space, guys. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Coast Guard's pretty chill.
The Marines, the United States Marine Corps, also referred to as the United States Marines, is the Maritime Land Force Service branch of the United States Armed Forces. Maritime Land Force.
See, I'm afraid of them just because of that phrase.
Maritime Land Force?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's intimidating. I'm trying to Wikipedia this shit, but it doesn't want to let me. It just wants to take me to marines.mil. There we go.
You're going to accidentally sign up.
Jesus, I hope.
Or end up on a very niche porn site.
Ooh. Responsible for conducting expeditionary and amphibious operations.
Yeah.
There you go. Through combined arms, implementing its own infantry, armor, artillery, aerial, and special operations. So they've got their own pilots.
Yeah.
They
got everything.
They got everything. Wow.
Why do we have other military? Why don't we just roll all of them into the Marines?
I mean, that's kind of what I'm...
They do all of it. Why don't we just have one Marines?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They have a total, as of 2020, 180,958 active personnel.
What?
God damn, that's a lot of people. Holy shit. 38,500 in reserve. 1,304 manned aircraft. Sweet Jesus. Oh, man. So they're under the Department of the Navy.
Okay.
Technically. They're United States Armed Forces Department of Navy.
Interesting.
Wow. The headquarters is at the Pentagon. Nicknames include Jarheads. We knew that one. Devil Dogs.
Oh, I like that.
Leathernecks.
Okay.
And there's another one that I can't pronounce. Tufelhunden? I don't know what that means.
They just have like a random German nickname?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, they go all the way back to like the late 1700s. They were founded 1798.
Wow.
230 something years we've had Marines. Wow, holy shit. My uncle's a Marine.
Tough guy.
Actually.
See?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah. Yep, it's true.
Wouldn't it be weird if you met a guy that was in the Marines and he was just like a huge wimp? Like he asked you to open a pickle jar for him?
Come on, please.
It would really make me uncomfortable. Your entire thing should be that you're tougher than me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at these dudes that are this is the top brass in the Marine Corps. Look at these guys.
Oh, no.
This guy on the bottom here would cut your fucking skin off. Like, look.
So all three of those guys are...
Look at that guy.
I mean, they're clearly at least in their 60s.
Yeah.
And they would beat me within 15 seconds.
Oh, my God.
Like, it would... I don't know how long it takes them to wind up a punch. But that's how long it would take them to beat me up.
They got this look in their eye.
Yeah.
That, like, you see people from the Navy, they smile. People from the Army, sometimes they smile. These guys...
The people from the Army like to party.
Yeah.
The Marines don't like
the
to party.
Navy. Yeah, no, these guys are fucking serious.
That they look like they play Risk.
Yeah.
But they do it thinking, but this could happen.
I should really get prepared for that. I think I'll drop down and give me 20.
We really need to get more troops in Kamchatka.
Yeah.
It's going to be very important in this world domination.
So. How many do we have on the ground in France? Yeah, let's double that. Get Australia,
and then you can just block everyone off. You'll get the bonus every time. It's good.
I watched a lot of interesting films lately. I watched this film that our friend Adam let me borrow. Actually, both of these that he let me borrow, called The Duelists. It was like Ridley Scott's first full-length directed. Like before like Blade Runner and all the... Like he's known for the sci-fi shit, but he's directed all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it's about these two people in these like French army dudes around the time of Napoleon. Mm-hmm. And this one fucker, played by Harvey Keitel, just wants to fight. He just wants to duel over nothing. And the other guy, played by Keith Carradine, is like, why the fuck am I doing this all the time?
Right.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that you were about to tell me it was a period piece.
Period piece. Yeah.
That is different.
Isn't that shocking? It's a good movie, though. Really good movie. Yeah. And then I watched The Devil and Daniel Johnston. Have you seen that?
I have.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
That's a documentary right there.
That's a very good documentary.
That poor guy. Mm-hmm. And his poor family.
Oh, it's wildly depressing.
It's very sad. If you don't know who Daniel Johnston is, you should check out his music. It's amazing.
It's phenomenal.
It's really good.
Okay, so you know his big song, True Love Will Find You in the End.
Yeah.
After watching that documentary, does that not become the saddest song to you ever?
It does. And there's a featurette on the DVD where he meets Lori for the first time in 25 years or something. And he just immediately is like, let's get married. Mm-hmm. And she's like recently divorced and she looks great and she's all put together and she's like just trying to play it off. But like the poor guy is...
That song, it's so depressing.
It's so sad.
Because it is so hopeful.
Yes.
Like, oh.
Yes. No. Yes. Wow. It's heartbreaking. And all the stuff that happened, like he got on MTV. I mean, Kurt Cobain was wearing his shirt around.
Kurt Cobain messed him up, not on purpose.
No. Yeah. But he gave him like...
It didn't help anything.
More fame. No, whoever gave him acid, Daniel Johnston, they talk about like this concert he went to at one point in the mid 80s or late 80s, and someone gave him acid, and the guy has like very serious bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
Among other things, I think.
Bipolar, schizophrenia.
He's got a lot going on.
The airplane crash, he told his dad it was Casper the Friendly Ghost making him crash the plane.
Yeah, so they're flying back from a concert. Yeah. That he does. I think his dad was in the Air Force or something, and it flies
tough guy, not a Marine, but pretty tough.
And flies like Cessnas for fun, right? It's like his hobby. So they're flying back home, and Daniel just like pulls the keys out of the ignition, tosses them out the fucking window
because Casper told him to,
and they have to ditch the plane in the trees. Yeah. They both survive, are both injured, but. My God, what a story! He goes to hang out with the guys and gals from Sonic Youth, who are an amazing, incredible. I mean, in the 80s, that they were like at their height, I would say, probably Sonic Youth, and goes to hang out with them and like just like fucks off into the city, into New York, and they have to go. Like Sonic Youth has to go hunt him down. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's. It bums me out every time I read anything about it because it almost became like he's a mascot to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because if you listen to his music, yes, a lot of problems. Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant man.
Yeah.
But it was like people just wanted, a lot of people just wanted the cachet that comes with having him around.
I think so. Yeah.
Which is just
not the people closest to him.
Not like the more distant people that brought him in.
Yeah, I think so.
Not Cobain.
No,
Cobain genuinely liked him.
I think he genuinely liked it, and he wasn't that involved in his stuff. He just wore his T-shirt.
We mentioned Cobain. I don't want people thinking.
No. That's not what we're saying.
No, we will trash all of the military branches, but not Kurt Cobain on this podcast.
God damn it! No, we will not.
But it's a good documentary.
It's very
everyone should
good.
Watch it and then go listen to all his music.
Yeah, and his art's incredible too.
Yeah,
I mean, his visual art. I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, man, it just, more than anything, it broke my heart. Documentary, and just to see him. Well, I say now, but I think it came out in 2006.
Yeah, so
I was trying to think. That's been what, 10, 14 something
16
16 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I hope he's doing all right.
Well, he's dead.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, he died a couple years ago.
That's right, dude. He did die.
Yeah. Oh, but if it makes everyone listening feel better, after all the mental illness issues we've talked about, it wasn't suicide.
Oh, thank God.
So,
see, okay, I had this vague. I hadn't actually looked it up to see if he was still alive.
Yeah, I'm looking to see when it was. But I remember it happening.
Yeah, I remember it happening too, but I wasn't terribly familiar with him, to be honest, at the time. But I think I like repressed that memory because I wasn't sure if he had died or not.
September 11th, 2019.
Holy shit, that wasn't that long ago.
I know, and it's the only tragedy that's ever happened on September.
Oh. Well, Sushi Jackknife.
Man, how many people can we alienate in one episode?
Jesus Christ.
Obviously, that's not true, people. Come on.
Oh, man.
It's yeah. I'm finding real quick how he died here.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Heart attack.
Oh, man. I wonder if his folks outlived him then. Because they were taking care of him.
I think they did.
Okay. They got to be really old by now.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't young, but 58.
That's not old.
No, it's not old enough for I died of a heart attack.
No. But I mean, when from the documentary, it looked like he basically smoked cools all day long, which can't be good for you.
No, I've heard that's it's bad for your health.
Man, God bless.
Yeah, it's
I didn't mean to bring us down, but it's fucking
we need something more chipper to talk about. So, on top of Neil Young, ditching Spotify,
sure,
because of Joe Rogan,
there's
another artist,
okay,
and I want to know if you think anyone cares that his music won't be on Spotify.
Okay, all right.
So Neil Young, gone, and Barry Manilow went, well, let me get on those coattails here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I just saw that. Barry Manilow's having his music pulled off Spotify because of Joe Rogan.
Well, good for you, Barry Manilow, but
isn't Spotify really going to miss those literally hundreds of listens a month?
You know... Holy shit. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, Barry Manilow.
Look for America's Finest coming to an antenna television near you this fall.
And coming to Red Bull TV.
What's that one that's like TBD, where they just show people falling all the time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The most confusing channel ever, because every guide confuses me and makes me think they haven't named the channel yet. Yeah.
It's just called TBD.
It's actually pretty smart.
It's a great idea for a channel, because that's free.
Yeah.
Those videos are free, I'm sure, or damn near.
Yeah.
And that's all they do. They just show that. And that's what we need to do, is be on TBD.
They could carve out an hour of their schedule for a reality fighting military show.
First responders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we're celebrating
America.
Blue Lives Matter.
Right.
By letting them fight a firefighter. America.
Oh, fuck me. Let's go play some Pac-Man.
Yeah, okay.
Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife.
Wait, is that I just got a text. Hi, hey, ladies. Oh, that's not related to this. Okay. Okay, good night.